Good morning, you. We are about to head to Moyne. Moyne, the home of, well, I don't really know, but I do know that it has sand dunes. Beautiful sand dunes. Oh, good morning.
Moyne. Can I have you? No.
Yeah, will you take us to Moyne? It's 5 hours.
Okay, which way?
Okay, great.
Wow. We're so excited.
We're very excited. First, a quick breakfast.
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm a little embarrassed here because the other day I was making fun of the fact that there's a Starbucks here right where Brittany and I are staying in Ho Chi Minh. The sad thing is wherever you go, you just can't get away from America. And we have now found ourselves finally 2 weeks later at the Starbucks. And listen, there's a good reason for that because we are running late and we need to catch a bus to Moyne. And this is literally the only cafe that has any kind of quick food near our place. So back off.
Back off.
All right, so we're in the Uber and on the way to the airport because from the airport, that is where we are set to get pickup to take a limo bus to Moyne. In over 400 videos right now, I'm about to actually give you literal trip advice. Are you ready for this? If you decide to do some traveling, I have 2 tips for you. And the type of traveling I'm talking about is one where you're kind of like going around to multiple countries, maybe doing it for an extended period of time. Here's 2 tips. First, make sure you pack a very light. Packing light makes everything so much easier. Whenever you get in and out of a place, you're not, constantly scattered with a bunch of stuff. So pack only the absolute bare minimum. Tip number 2, and this is something that I, luckily figured out before I went on this big traveling trip, was don't plan out too much far in advance. So Brittany and I, we really only focused on Vietnam as the first destination, and we're trying to do this for at least 6 months, and we didn't end up booking any other trips, and we're glad we didn't because the itinerary in our head has changed multiple times to multiple different destinations. So if we ended up booking stuff beforehand, we would have been kind of trapped or just lost out on a bunch of money. And now we get to have more freedom, just kind of booking things one at a time. Brittany, what's your #1 traveling tips for the guys?
Be open to trying new foods because the food that you want to eat might just not be in the country that you're in. So you might have to eat things that you don't want to eat. So be open, and I guess if you are someone who has a lot of food allergies, do research before you get to a new country because let me tell you, it is tough. Like if you're a vegetarian, this city would not work for you.
Just made a quick stop here. The trip to Moyne takes about 3 to 4 hours, and you can see the limo bus behind me, so we're taking a little bathroom break, and I thought now would be the good time to introduce to you some of the great information on this video, because today we're going to be talking about the 3 hints that a girl likes you. The first hint is that she is making some sort of excuse to talk to you. So, whether you've known this girl for a little while now or you're in the initial conversation, she is trying to get in there and bring up something to get you to continue talking to her. So it can be as obvious as her as asking you a question, or it can be a little bit more subtle and saying something maybe about the environment or saying something about what's going on, or again, just making any excuse to bring up anything, because this is her saying to you, hey, I want to connect with you, I want to keep talking with you, and I want this interaction to keep going. Let's go. Just finished lunch, tried to get some pho, didn't order correctly because of the language barrier. I didn't get my pho. We'll be there soon, only another 2 hours. So Brittany and I just showed up to a little backpackers area here in Moyne. So we're about to go check out the sand dunes in just a little bit, but we are just now chilling and hanging out, doing a little work before we go, and we found that there's a ton of people here just hanging out. This is a very cool spot. This is one of the first times I've actually ever done like the super hostile experience when you're just like in a place that has 4 beds like you're in camp and you don't have your separate room. But I think it's pretty cool, and I'm grateful for having a nice experience like this. Yeah, it's not the Four Seasons, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do it for the experience. And for $6 a night, not so bad. Nonverbal, right? Nonverbal means she's trying to get your attention or do something to show interest, but she's not doing it with her words. Instead, she's doing it with her body. So that can come in the form of eye contact, looking at you a lot, or looking at you deep in the eye when you guys are in conversation, because that means that she's interested in what you're saying. But also nonverbal can come in the form of touch. So is she touching you at all? Does she laugh and kind of slap your elbow, your arm a little bit? Does she have any excuse to get closer to you? So anytime that she's trying to get close to you in proximity or actually touch you, this is a massive hint that she likes you. Oh, hi. Looking at the map. We're going to the sand dunes. The sun has now set here in Moyne. It is now nighttime, and I want to give you the third hint that a woman likes you. So we talked about verbal, we talked about nonverbal, and the third one is this. And this one isn't as subtle. This one's a little bit more overt, but hopefully you're paying attention to it. And it's basically the girl saying to you something along the lines of, "Oh, you should come." Or, "Oh, I would love to do that," right? Something around you guys spending time together, whether it's inviting you or like half inviting you, like, "Oh yeah, you should come," or, "Oh, that would be a fun thing to do sometime." You know, if you guys are talking about a specific activity and she's like, "Oh, I've always really wanted to do that." These are little hints that she's dropping that she wants to spend time with you. So what does all this have in common? All this together is about you two spending time together. She's doing things to spend more time with you. The fact that she is trying to talk to you, verbal. The fact that she's trying to touch you, nonverbal. The fact that she's hinting at you guys spending time together. So everything revolves around you guys being together.